Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I will be working a little bit more on my Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge journal that is a lemon themed. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, I will have them linked down below. And what I wanted to do today was show you all the goodies that I'm going to be putting in my journal, but the main part of the video will be just showing you how to do a pamphlet stitch, just a simple pamphlet stitch to sew in your signatures into the spine of your book. So I have done other videos showing this, but just wanted to do it again while we were working on our Dollar Tree journal. So first, I just wanted to show you everything I'm going to fit in here, and just so you can see stuff I have been working on. Some of the items I made in an embellishments video, and then other ones I made off of camera. And yeah, I just thought it would be fun to share. And then when I do the final flip through, you'll see everything all together put in the book and everything. So, okay, so what I have, I made this little tag. It has a pocket on one side, and I decorated with paper. Says Hello Sunshine. When I did my embellishments video, I did come up with a PDF file that has little sayings that go along with the lemon theme, and those are over on my website if you were interested in those. I just put a little note card in there that I added. This was from some of the actual note cards that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I just cut the flowers out, added some of the lace, and this base piece is from the file folder. I folded it up and sewed it to make the pocket, and then on the other side I sewed one of the notepad sheets onto it, and then just added some of the fabric from the pot holder at the top. I'll be including more of the notepad sheets. Here is a tag. This was from one of the lunch sacks. I just cut two pieces and sewed them together, added a piece of, it's one of these lemons here with some of the paper from the gift sack and some ribbon at the top. The embellishments that I made on my video were this tag. It's made from a file folder. The top part of that note card or notepad sheet with some paper, and then I drew that lemon. And then here is the corner tuck with some of the paper from the gift sack, the lemon gift sack, and then some paper streamers. This is the wood sticker, and then some of the glitter ribbon and another one of the sayings. The other, let's see, I made a belly band here. I'm going to be sewing this into the book. And then the other two embellishments that I made during that video were these little 2-inch embellishments. They're just layered with paper that I made, and the paper from the gift sack, some ribbon, the little sayings here, and then the lemons on top with the ribbon. I cut out a lemon from the gift sack, so that I'll probably clip in. I have these little clothespins that I painted. The yellow paint that I picked up from the Dollar Tree is the tempera paint, and so it didn't cover very well, but I think it is still fine. And then I have these two lemons that I drew. I'm going to just clip these on pages. This is a little insert that I made with the lunch sack. I just cut the lunch sack apart, folded it in half, or folded it up to make a pocket and sewed, and then folded it in half. And then on this side, I used the file folder to make this little pocket with the note card tag. And then this is from the coloring book that had the lemon. So I just got the lemon out and used my paint to paint that. And then inside I have a note card that I embellished with the lemon and paper. These are just some sticky note sheets, and then on the back is another pocket, the same sort of pocket as the front, but I turned it to the side, added another little tag there, and this was from the top of the notepad there. So I got a lot of use out of that notepad. So that will just slide in, or I could attach it. Well, no, I can't because I have the pocket there. So I could either just slide it into a belly band or stick it into one of my signatures, but I'll probably just put it in a little belly band to make it its own little thing. I have some yellow tickets I was going to include in there. I also made some envelopes with the file folder using my envelope punch board. I decorated with some paper streamer, another lemon from the coloring book page, and then another one of the little sayings. I just stuck these in there to show you that you could put that in there, or you could put smaller ones and close it, but I really like how it is just open like that. And then on this one I cut out a piece of the note card, added some of the sparkly ribbon behind it. That made a little simple pocket. And then I did make a button just by punching out circles, gluing them together, and then punching 2 little holes in there and tying some yarn in there. And so I'll just put that on one of the pages somewhere. And then I made this embellishment. I just drew a mason jar shape on a couple pieces of paper. There are 2 of the note cards actually. I just spaced the lines to the inside, and I cut another one of the note cards this color into a thin shape, and I cut like 3 pieces and glued them together to make it strong, and I glued that in between to make the straw. And then I drew a simple little wedge of lemon to put on the top. Just kind of used my pen and did little doodles. Just, it's, you know, not perfect, but you get the idea. So I thought that was a fun little embellishment. So those are the things I'm adding into my book. And when you come back to the video after this, be sure that you're subscribed so you'll know when it comes on, because I will be doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and I will be giving away one of these journals that I'm making. I'm making 2 of the lemon journals. One will be in my Etsy shop and one I will be giving away. So let's see. I want to show you how to do a simple pamphlet stitch. Here is my book. Oh, little fuzzies. Fabric kind of attracts everything. So I have 2 signatures in my book, and I'm just going to show you how to do one of the signatures in here. But we need to know, you know, where to put the holes and everything. So what we're going to do is you need some twine or embroidery thread or wax thread or whatever. I'm using the yellow and white twine from the Dollar Tree. And then you need a paper piercer and some paper and a pencil and a paper trimmer to make your little sorry for some reason my voice is going today, to make your template to do the holes. So, and then you also need some paper clips to hold your signature together. Sorry about that. Okay, what we're going to do is take your paper and you're going to measure the width, line it up with your spine, and measure and mark the width of your spine there. And then you're also going to mark it where the height is too. Just cut that strip with your paper trimmer. And then what I usually do is I have 2 signatures, so I need to do some evenly spaced holes. So I will fold it in thirds. It would probably be easier to get a straighter line if you were using your scoreboard. I'm just gonna try and get it as even as possible going all the way down. And then you're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. You'll fold this edge over to meet that first fold. So you're basically cutting, or not cutting, but separating your piece into thirds, into three sections. And I already ripped it, but that's okay. This is just the template. And it's not perfect, but it'll work. Then you will need 3 holes going down. So I then like to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. So now where you're going to be putting your holes are where these all intersect. So you're going to just draw little dots there. It'll just be easier when you go to poke your holes in at all the intersections. And then now this is where your paper clips come in handy. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to take the tassel out for now. It'll just make this easier. But we're going to be paper clipping this template to the spine, just so it stays. And then we'll go ahead and poke our holes. Oops. I have a few paper clips. So just going to line this up, go ahead and paper clip at the top and at the bottom. And then I like to just fold it up to make sure it's like right in the center there. Make any adjustments, and then what you're going to do is take your paper piercer and poke all those holes. Just want to make sure that you're lined up, because it tends to want to move a little bit. You could put washi tape on there. I've seen that before too. And the last one here. All right, that is done. And then you need to, it needs to be trimmed. do that in a bit. Okay, so now what you want to do is take this and fold it in half, the lengthwise, all the way down. Then you will use this to poke the holes into your book. And now you will want to make your little dot right in the center where that intersection is, at the same spot as the other holes. I mean, in the same lineup. So I'm going to start with my front signature. Make sure they're all stacked the way you want them. Go to the center, lift this up a little bit, and use your paper clips to clip all your pages together on both sides. And I usually do it like right down at the bottom. And then on the other side. Just gonna move that down just a tad so the paper clip is holding that down a little bit anyway. Just make sure it's all nice and snug down in. And then you're going to stick your template down in the center. Make sure you have the middle fold there. Line it up, make sure you get it the same, like both ends, and then you're just going to hold it and poke your holes in. Go to the center one. So I'm going to poke it through. Make sure it goes to the back there. Move around this way and do the last one. All right. So we've got the holes in there. And then I need to wipe that stuff off there. Oops. Make sure you have your cover the right direction. You don't want to put your signature in upside down. I've done that before. Not paying attention. And you need a needle, one that has a pretty big head. This has all my little templates for my different books in there. So I have this needle, and the heads, I actually have other needles that have bigger heads, but this is just the one I've used. Take your thread or twine or whatever, and you're going to measure 3 times the height. And this just gives you enough, and you have, you know, it's plenty to work with, and you're not getting, where are my scissors? Here they are. Just gives you plenty of leeway. So you're going to thread your needle. Hopefully I can get this not too difficult. Sometimes I find it easier to use some glue on the end just to make that end stay together, or you can get it wet. Let's see if I can get this. Plus my eyesight isn't what it used to be, and especially when I have my contacts in. Like close up. My close-up vision's going. All right, I got it. So you don't tie knots or anything, because yeah, you don't need to, but just pull, you know, a few inches through the hole to have a little tail. And you're going to start with your center of your signature. Make sure you're going the right direction and go through the center hole, and you're going to feed that through the center hole on whatever side your signature is going. This is my first signature, so it's the left side. We're going to pull it through, and what you're going to do is pull it through till your long end is just, the end of it is just at the end of your cover. And then trim that off, that thread here. It's in my way. Okay, then you're going to go to either the bottom or the top hole, it doesn't matter, and you're going to go, that thread's still hanging on for its dear life. You're going to go in one of the other, either the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. And I like to go poke it into the spine through and pull it through before I put it into the signature. And then you're going to put it through your bottom, the same hole as what you put it in on the cover. And you're going to go in through the back into the center and pull that through. Hey buddy, you want to go that way? Go that way. Sorry, it's my puppy. I work on the floor, if you didn't know. And you want to just make sure your middle thread, the end, is still out there. And then it's a little loose right now, but we'll get it tightened as we go. So now you're going to take your thread and you're going to go all the way down past the middle hole into the top hole, or the opposite, whatever hole you started out with. And then you're going to go through and through the back of the spine of the cover. And you're going to pull that through. And then now you're going to go back through the middle. And I like to poke it through the cover first and pull it through, and then poke it into your signature. And sometimes you'll actually poke through the middle of one of your thread, but it's pretty easy to get it to pull it out. And you can tell if you have, because it won't tighten very well. So I got it through here, and I think I'm okay. I don't think I got it, like, I didn't enter in between the threads of the other side. But actually I did in the center piece here, if you can't tell. So I just need to pull this through that. See how it's attached there? But that's fine. Okay, so now you can take your needle off and you're going to tighten everything up. And it feels like I may have gotten it. Let's see. This looks pretty tight back here. And I did, after I tightened it, I could see that I did get it poked through. This thread is poked through a couple of the threads of the other side, so I just have to pull it through there so it's separate. See that now? You probably can't, but you'll know it when you do it. See how it's in between, so you just have to pull that through. And then now, once you have them separated, you need to make sure that one of your threads is on one side of this center thread and the other is on the other side. So right now they're both on one side, but I need one of them to be over underneath. So I'm going to move that one underneath this thread. Go ahead and tighten it up. It's tight there. Now just make sure it's tight, and then you want to do a double knot. And if you want to see how this is like really long and this, you can even it out if you want, or I'm gonna double knot it and then make a bow and then trim the ends so it's long enough to do that. And then just make a bow. So now I'm just going to trim this. Just make a little bit smaller loops and trim this off. Now if you want to leave them long and add beads on the end, you could do that, whatever. So that is it. And then I usually leave everything paper clipped until I get both of my signatures in, just so they're not all floppy. You could paper clip this over here to make it a little bit easier, like clip it to the cover so you don't have it flopping like that. But yeah, that's what you do. I'm going to finish this off, get everything put in it, and then my next video will be revealing the whole thing and doing a flip through, and that will be my giveaway video, so be sure to look for that video. I'm going to try and do I'll sneak peek some more things on Instagram, so follow me over there at Creative Crafticality. Also, you could go to my website, creativecrafticality.com. I have a post for this, and I have the free printable, just the little word sayings that I used in my embellishments video. And then check out all the other videos in this series. I also am working on some bee journals right now, so I have a video for that. If it's not already out, I'm not sure. But those will be up in my Etsy shop as well if you want to see those. So thank you for following along with me on this. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's my favorite challenge I ever did. That I started out doing junk journals way back, like 2018, I think, that Jessica hosted this challenge, so I was excited when she decided to do it again. I actually hosted one myself 2 years after the first one, I think in 2019, 2020, no, it must have been 2019 because I didn't do it last year, I know. So anyway, thank you for watching, and be sure to like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.